afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Film My Run on Zwift. My name is Stephen Cousins and we are broadcasting live around the world on Facebook, on twitch.tv, on Mixer and on YouTube. While we're getting everything set up, it would be absolutely awesome if you could go and subscribe to the Film My Run YouTube channel and also the Zwift Runs and Rides YouTube channel. You can also find us on Facebook at facebook.com/filmmyrun, on Twitter at filmmyrun, and you can also go to the website, which is www.filmmyrun.com. It's very nearly time, so sit back, relax and watch me do all the hard work. Morning everybody, happy Christmas. We are running in 35 seconds. It'll be 10k. Looks like we're on Watopia this morning. Gonna be fun, if only fairly short. 10k is not very long really when you think about it. Just run off a bit of that Christmas food, yeah? I think we owe it to ourselves. Here we go. I've got the Christmas hat on, which I imagine is going to be fairly annoying. I've already started a bit behind, so I've got to play catch up already. That's a bit fast. Okay. Can I run at 10 kilometers an hour with that bell on my hat jingling away? I don't know. We'll have to see. Right, let's get into this thing. If you're watching on Facebook, I can read Facebook chat, so by all means say hi, drop me a message, ask me a question. Somebody noted the other day that I've been wearing the same running shirt for ages on Zwift, so I thought I'd change to a white one today. Hi Sharon, hi Terry. Merry Christmas to you both. Hope you had a good day yesterday. It's my daughter's birthday today. Oh gosh, this feels a bit fast. Too many mince pies yesterday. Also should have started with a bit of a warm-up. Welcome along if you've never seen Zwift before. It's an interactive, social, running game, cycling game. Real people on their treadmills or their bike trainers. I should have started slower. Hi John, thanks for the ride on. I think my camera is a bit steamed up at the moment. Apologies for that. The condensation in the shed here. That's me there, sunglasses, cap. I look a bit different in real life. Sharon says, it's Boxing Day, don't I ever have a rest? Well, kind of. Yesterday, Christmas Day, we took the whole family out and we did park run on Worthing Seafront. 5 kilometres, half an hour with my kids. It was lovely. But I think training for runs and races, you can't slacken off too much, especially over Christmas. It'd be very easy just to take a week off, and a lot of the training that you've done before you then lose because you overeat and sit on the sofa. So you've got to get out there, and this is an easy way. Got a long journey this afternoon up to Liverpool to visit my mother and various relatives. So it's a quick way of getting a 10k in before we do that. I'm quite feeling this though. It's faster than I really wanted to go. Thanks, C. Holt, the ride on. So I already feel a bit unfit, having eaten too much yesterday. You can see at the top there, the 1.3 kilometres. Running at 12.5 kilometres an hour. I've got 8.7 kilometres to go. It's chopping a bit, isn't it? I might put my that's not good. The bell is really annoying me on this Christmas hat. Not the sound, just the weight of it is banging on my ears. I can see Facebook chat. If you want to say hello, if you want to ask a question about what's going on in front of you, by all means do. I must admit, I'm not feeling very strong. I'll try and keep up this pace, but yeah, it's feeling a bit hard work at the moment. Matthew says hi. Yeah, it is a cool app, Matt. It really makes running on the treadmill a whole lot nicer. It's a much more pleasant experience, especially if you've got a nice big TV screen. Just kind of immerse yourself in the environment on screen, and part of you forgets that you're running on a treadmill. Not right now though. It's already hurting. I've only done 2k, 8k to go. You can see how much I'm working by my heart rate, the top left corner of your screen. I'm at 157 beats a minute, just crept into zone 4 of the heart rate, so that is threshold zone. That is really as hard as I really want to be working. I do know a lot of you find running on the treadmill very boring and tedious. Everyone calls it the dreadmill. Doesn't have to be. It'd be really cool. It's a good training tool as well. Running on the treadmill can teach you a lot of discipline with pacing. This is an imaginary island. It's not based on anywhere real. It's called Watopia. There's parts of this island where you can run through a volcano, watch the lava flow. You can run underwater in a gas tunnel. All sorts. Up that big mountain there, you can run right to the top. Yes, it does work with a bike, Matt. Zwift originally started as a cycling tool. And if you look carefully, you can see, there, look, loads of cyclists. They're all on their trainers. Cheers, Johnny, for the ride on. All these guys are real people, and the guys on the bikes are on static trainers, turbo trainers, and some of them are smart trainers, and they adjust to the hills. So when you go uphill, it gets more difficult to pedal on the bike, and vice versa. When you come downhill, you can freewheel. It doesn't make any difference in running though. Not at the moment. There are no treadmills that alter their incline based on what Zwift is doing. You see the volcano over there? Gosh, this is hard work. Matt says this just inspired me to get out. Go for it, buddy. Get your trainers on. Get out there. Thanks, Jinxie. Jinxie says, hope I had a good Christmas. Yeah, it was very nice. Just me and my wife and the kids and the mother-in-law. What can you do? No, she's very good. Helps out with the washing up and the cooking. Takes a lot of the pressure off my wife. So we've had a very relaxing couple of days. So yeah, that volcano in the background, you can cycle or run all the way around the outside of it to the top, or right through the middle on 2 levels. Sharon's going to get a treadmill for her husband. Nice job. 3 kilometres done, 7 to go, and I am definitely feeling this pace. It's too fast for me today.
If you are interested in running on Zwift, then you do need a few things. First and foremost, access to a treadmill. You may have your own, you may need to go to a gym, but it doesn't matter what kind of treadmill you use. Secondly, if you are on a Mac or a PC, you will need a foot pod, and that foot pod needs to be an Ant Plus foot pod. It needs to broadcast in Ant Plus. You will also need a USB stick to plug into your computer or Mac, and that will receive the signal from your Ant Plus foot pod. If you're using an iOS device, it could be an iPad, an iPhone, or even Apple TV, then you will need a Bluetooth foot pod, specifically a smart Bluetooth foot pod. You can get them from Polar, you can get a Stride, or you can get a Milestone foot pod. These all connect direct to your iOS device, so there's no need for anything extra. And that really is all you need to run on Zwift. You could add an optional heart rate monitor. Very interesting to see what heart rate zone you're working in, how hard you're working during your run. Also, if you really want to spend the money, there are treadmills that do broadcast Bluetooth, and you can also get things called Tread Tracker or Wahoo Gym Connect, which connects to your treadmill and broadcasts the speed of the treadmill. However, you don't need that. All you need is a foot pod, and that will broadcast your cadence and your speed direct from your foot. So get that foot pod, get access to a treadmill, and we'll see you on Zwift very soon.
Matt is asking if it's a free app. Well, the app is free to download onto your computer or to your iPhone, your iPad, and you do get, I think it's about 50 kilometres of trial, and then from then I think it's £12 a month, something like that. There is a subscription service, a subscription fee. It's just a bit more than a tenner per month. But if you think over the winter that you're not going to get out on the bike or on the treadmill or outside running very much, or you're stuck in the house for whatever reason, it's a great option. I've been using Zwift for nearly 3 years now. I think I started in February 2015, just on the bike. Running has only been around for a year,
and it's not even properly public yet. They're still testing it. So you can see my heart rate's creeping up all the time now. 163 BPM in zone 4. My cadence is good. 180 steps per minute. That's supposed to be your optimal cadence for running. Underneath, you can see my splits for each kilometre so far. 5 minutes for the first one, and then pretty steady at 4:46, 4:47 for the other two. And if I can keep myself going, we'll stay at this pace for the whole 10k. But like I said, I am finding it hard work, so there's no guarantees. I might slow down a bit. Okay, it's Siri. Somebody's asking how I get the camera angles to change. So, on Zwift, you can manually change the camera angles by pressing keys on your computer. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever. All the number keys will give you different camera angles. But I can't do that when I'm running. So I've got a little computer program which is basically an auto key presser. And I've just done a little program, and every few seconds my little piece of software presses a number key, and that changes the angle. There is a drone view as well, so you can swivel round. So, Martin says watching me run is making him feel lazy. Well, you know what to do about that, Martin. Get your shoes on, get out the door. And my running buddy Richard says he's just come back from actual real running. Mate, this is real running. This is harder. Let me tell you, running on the treadmill is harder than running outside. Plus, the added thing is, if I didn't know that I was being watched, if I went out on my own for a little run, or if I wasn't streaming this to all of you, there's no way I'd be pushing myself this hard. I'm shattered, and if I was on my own, I'd turn this treadmill right down. So, you lot are making me do this, you buggers. I don't mind. The advertised pace for this run, for the B category, was about 13k per hour, and I am going slower than that, so not even doing the pace that I'm supposed to be doing, really. I'm just quite tired. I don't know about Android, I'm sorry. There is not currently an Android app, I don't think, is there? No, there's no Android Zwift app. But I certainly don't know about changing camera angles via Android. Paul gives me a bit of encouragement, says I'm going well. Well, only just halfway through, not even that really, and I'm very tired. Like I say, it's too many mince pies yesterday and just feel lethargic. But I've got to sit in a car for about 7 hours tonight, so I need to do something to get my heart going. Okay, there we go, officially 5k done, halfway through. Heart rate is 164, been in zone 4 for 15 minutes, and oh, relaxing music, that makes me feel like I should turn the treadmill pace down. So there's about 7 people behind me. I don't know how many people in front. You can see on the right hand side there, I've got 3 names, and then it says plus 6 more. But I know there's a load of people in front of me, all going at the right pace. Should be the chill out section in the middle of the run. Should be walking this. If I was on an ultra, this would be a walking section. I apologise if I do miss any of your messages. It's difficult to see Facebook sometimes. But if you have got a question, you are new to Zwift, do ask away. But it's fairly self-explanatory really. I'm just on a treadmill with a foot pod. This is a computer game, just like any other computer game, apart from the work and the effort I'm putting in is real. So I get points depending on how fast I run, how far I run. I get experience points like you would in any other game, and that means you can level up. You get more experience in the game, you get more points, you get more levels, you get prizes, virtual prizes obviously. You can see a lot more people now on the list there. From Germany, the Netherlands, Sweden, the UK, Norway. All real people, hundreds of miles away. Australia there, look. Mr. Martin. It's wonderful that we can all link together, run together in a virtual world. Very social game, Zwift. Six kilometres done, 4 to go, 29 minutes it's taken, so will be about 47-48 minutes for the whole 10k. If you're interested in watching this, I stream 2 or 3 times a week on Facebook, YouTube, on Twitch.tv and on Mixer. But you can also head to the Zwift Community Live, where you'll find running and cycling races live on Zwift. That's on Facebook, so just search on Facebook for Zwift Community Live. You could also join the Zwift Runners Facebook page and the Zwift Riders Facebook page. Lots of chat, lots of help and advice for getting started on Zwift. I'm really tired. Sorry if I'm missing any Facebook messages. My stream seems to have frozen a little bit on my phone. You can always message me afterwards. Ask any questions you want. These early stages of Zwift running, these group runs are not really classed as races. They are technically runs, group runs, but more and more we're seeing that they're turning into races now. People are starting to sprint off ahead, just like in cycling. Some beautiful scenery around Zwift, it really is. I mean, the programmers do a great job. 24 minutes in zone 4. 165 BPM. 182 steps per minute. We've done nearly 7k. Ed says he's watching me from Russia. Hi, Russia.
If you are interested in running on Zwift, then you do need a few things. First and foremost, access to a treadmill. You may have your own, you may need to go to a gym, but it doesn't matter what kind of treadmill you use. Secondly, if you are on a Mac or a PC, you will need a foot pod, and that foot pod needs to be an Ant Plus foot pod. It needs to broadcast in Ant Plus. You will also need a USB stick to plug into your computer or Mac, and that will receive the signal from your Ant Plus foot pod. If you're using an iOS device, it could be an iPad, an iPhone, or even Apple TV, then you will need a Bluetooth foot pod, specifically a smart Bluetooth foot pod. You can get them from Polar, you can get a Stride, or you can get a Milestone foot pod. These all connect direct to your iOS device, so there's no need for anything extra. And that really is all you need to run on Zwift. You could add an optional heart rate monitor, very interesting to see what heart rate zone you're working in, how hard you're working during your run. Also, if you really want to spend the money, there are treadmills that do broadcast Bluetooth, and you can also get things called Tread Tracker or Wahoo Gym Connect, which connects to your treadmill and broadcasts the speed of the treadmill. However, you don't need that. All you need is a foot pod, and that will broadcast your cadence and your speed direct from your foot. So get that foot pod, get access to a treadmill, and we'll see you on Zwift very soon.
Yeah, I can definitely see your messages, Ed. It's nice to have people from around the world watching the stream, getting involved with Zwift. Honestly, so much nicer than running on a treadmill without anything. Not as nice as running in the real world, obviously, but sometimes we just can't do that. Seven and a half K done. 2.5K to go. It's hurting, but you know, this is the time in a run when it's a mental game. It'd be too easy to stop. It'd be too easy to slow down. You have to say to yourself, I've done 7 at this pace. I can do another 2.5. When you're outdoors and you're in a 10K race, a real race where it really matters, not just a virtual race, it's when you've got to knuckle down. You've got to show strength of character, mental determination. Tell yourself you can do it. Don't lose your form. When you're running, head up, shoulders down, relaxed, arms pumping forward. Concentrate on the job in hand. Keep your breathing steady, which is something I can't do when I'm talking. And just make sure that your mind is focused. You know what the job is, you know what you've got to do, you know you can do it because you've done it before. And even if you've not done it before, now's the time to make yourself do it. You've done the training. And if this is training, then this is what will make you better. This hurting, it's hurting in your legs, it's hurting in your lungs, your brain is hurting. This is what will make you stronger. when it comes to an actual race. If you're always running within your comfort zone, if you're always running easy, you're never going to improve. And if you're happy with that, then fine. But if you want to get better, if you want to get faster, if you want to get stronger, if you want to get fitter, you've got to push yourself beyond your limits. Two kilometers left. I'm not going to speed up. I'm not going to slow down. I'm just going to keep it going at this pace. The guy in front of me is 21 seconds in front of me. Mellemster. I run against him quite a lot, but I'm not going to catch him today. I'm quite happy not to, because I know that today I'm running where I want to run. Zone 4, threshold zone. I don't want to go into anaerobic zone, which is zone 5, the red zone. I don't want to be in there today. Tempo run. So making your heart work hard, but not overreaching. It's still hurting. I still want to stop. The other thing about training, have a goal, have a focus. So don't just get miles under your belt. Although I suppose that might be a goal, it's just to get miles under the belt. But for every training session you do, think about why you're doing it. Think about what you want to achieve from that training session. So if you don't have a purpose to your run, it's not going to improve your technique, your speed, your strength. I must admit though, my running form is not very good, generally. I do tend to hunch my shoulders up a lot. And I have to mentally, constantly remind myself. So when I'm telling you, drop your shoulders and lift your head up, I'm also telling myself, 1.5k to go. Last 3 kilometres have all been 4:44. Really not far to go now. You know, when you see a 1, it's 1 mile or 1 kilometre, you're really nearly there. Don't give up now. There's the whale. Is it a blue whale or a sperm whale? Not sure. I think it's a blue whale. Again, if you weren't here at the beginning, this is Watopia. It's an imaginary world created by the guys at Zwift. So that's why you've got this tunnel under the water. You never get this in real life. Makes it a lot more interesting. There are real world courses on Zwift. There's only 2 at the moment. London and Richmond, USA. But they're not as exciting or interesting as this imaginary world. Excuse me. Okay, just about 5 minutes of running left. If you are on Facebook, If you're watching on Facebook chat, then if you've got any final questions, anything you want to say, anything you want to ask me, just type a message. Hopefully I'll see it. I've been seeing most things, so 1 kilometre to go. But we're going to stay at this pace. All the clothes I'm wearing can change all of that, and depending on the levels that you were on in the game, you get different kinds of clothing, different headwear. You can even change your hair colour, hairstyle, skin tone, loads of things you can change. If you're a cyclist, you can get different bikes, and again, depending on what level you're at, you get rewards of different bikes. So there's a challenge called the Everest Challenge. It means climbing 50,000 metres. But if you do that, you get one of those neon bikes that's just gone past there. You see the shining, luminous bikes. That's your reward for climbing 50,000 metres. Good on you, Matthew. Get out there, do your sprints. Keep that training up. Whether you've got a half marathon coming up in February or March, or a marathon in April, or 10k runs, just keep that training going. 2, 3, 4 sessions a week if you can. Hill reps, sprint intervals, long run on a Sunday. Anything between 10 and 20 miles you can call a long run, really. Park run in the UK on a Saturday morning, always a good sprint session, that is. 500 metres left on this Zwift 10k group run. Haven't seen much of the group though. They're either ahead and there's 6 behind. I haven't really been able to keep up with the fast lot today. Quite happy at this pace. Hurting, but just about able to sustain it for the full 10k. It's been fun. Thank you very much for watching. 37 minutes in zone 4. That is a good hard tempo run. .300 metres left. And then you'll see like a finish banner come up on screen, and it'll tell you, or it should tell you, what position I finished in the run. And if you are interested in stats and results, you can go to zwiftpower.com. Zwiftpower, all one word, .com. You have to sign in, I think, and then you can see results of various races, cycling and running. Cheers, Ollie, you finished already then? Speedy. So Ollie's just messaged me, he was just ahead of me. He's obviously finished. It's a bit too fast for me today, Ollie. I'm not feeling it. Hard work. And there we are, just coming up to the fairground. There's 10k done, but we keep running until it flashes up that we've finished. Should do anyway. Group run 10k, there we are. Right, normally it comes up with like a list of runners when they're finished. I think there was a software glitch, so maybe they've just taken that off for the time being. Rob asks how I get the camera views to change. So you're talking about on Zwift itself? Well, I explained earlier to somebody. On Zwift you press a button, so you press 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5. So look, hang on. Bear with me just about 2 seconds, if I can do it for you. My app's not working. My screen's not. Oh, it's not working. I've got condensation on my computer screen. On my keyboard, rather. Okay, so what you do, press 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up to 9 on the keyboard here, and that automatically changes the view. So if I press 7, changes the view. If I press 4, changes the view. 8. But when I'm running, I can't do that manually. So I've got a little computer program called Auto Hotkey, and I've programmed in the changes that I want to happen. So it basically every few seconds, excuse me, every few seconds it just automatically changes the view for me by just auto pressing a key that I've pre-programmed. And I set that running at the beginning of each run when I stream, so it gives people a bit more of an interesting view. Thank you, Chard, for your ride on. Thank you, Ollie. See you next time, buddy. So that's that. And on the stream itself, the camera views just change in my broadcasting software. So it goes from camera 1 to camera 2 or to Zwift and backwards and forwards. Again, depending on how I've programmed it to do that. Okay. I need my keyboard mouse thing to work, or you'll be here all day and so will I. I've got nothing. Can't go anywhere. Turn it off and turn it on again. There we are, that's got it. Okay, so now you see, if we go to menu, that gives me like an overview of the run that I've just done. And then I click end run, and it gives me a map of where I've run today on the island. That island is actually a real island, or rather, no, Watopia is completely fictional, but geographically it is placed in a real place in the Solomon Islands. So if you were to go to Strava and have a look at my Strava, you'd see that the map of the run is actually placed over a real geographic place, but they bear no resemblance to each other. It's just for the sake of being able to put it on Strava. And so there we are, that's how we finish, and we then click OK and save to Strava, but I'm not going to do that. I am going to go to my broadcasting software and let's stop the auto changer thing. So I hope that's inspired you either to get out running today or to join Zwift, to have a look at Zwift. Go to Zwift.com. There won't be anything about running on Zwift.com because running is technically not available to the public yet, although it really is, but it's not officially available. And have a look into Zwift. If you've got a treadmill, if you've got access to a treadmill or a bike trainer, then get on Zwift. You'll really enjoy it. It's very social, lots of fun. And that's it, guys. Thank you very much for joining me. See you for another Zwift run or a Zwift ride in the near future. Take care. Happy Christmas. Happy New Year. Bye bye.